So hi guys, as you can see in the thumbnail, today we're going to talk about can you use the rear hand from the JKD stance. As somebody pointed out in the comment section was that Ramsey Dewey, apparently he said, well, if you have this kind of JKD stance, this fencing type of stance, you cannot use your rear hand. How do you actually use your rear hand in Jeet Kune Do? So he is partially right. When you have this kind of on guard stance, like in JKD, right? Very much like a fencing type of stance, you can't really use the rear hand. If you want to use the rear hand, well, then you have to use the footwork. If you punch static, like most of these guys, they just punch static, right? They stand like this, okay? Then they punch static, they don't really move the legs. You can see a lot of people doing this. Also some of our haters who like to comment BS on our channel. Then you go to their videos and you see, oh, they don't even use their footwork when they punch. Just as a side note. So if you stand, right, and you punch and you don't move and you are used to not using footwork, then you would do the same from this kind of stance. You would say, okay, if I punch from here, then I cannot use my left hand because the left leg is so much behind me, I cannot bring the left side forward. And here's the catch. You have to use footwork. Doesn't really matter what kind of punch you use. You can use, let's say, the lead hand, right, the straight lead. You would step forward. You can generate much more power and you can attack from the further distance away to your opponent, right? So even if you use just the lead hand, you're so much away from your opponent, and then you step in and you punch. Contrary to when you're static, you rely on him coming or him being close, so you would punch him, okay? The other thing is that people do, they use their footwork while they are not punching, they move into the distance and then they punch without footwork, right? So they step in and then punch. So what you should do is actually step while you punch. So you would be out of the distance just slightly and then you move in while you punch. Same is with this hand. When you use your left, remember you have a closed stance, you're protected, your groin is protected with your knee, your leg is protected for your mobility, right? If you get kicked in your leg or somebody tries to sweep you, you can move your leg backwards, right? And you can move away. If you move away like here, then you can also move immediately back to the attack. When you use the left side, usually you would use the left side when you're open stance, okay? You have open stance, so you can use actually the left side. In Jeet Kune Do, your stance is closed. Now when you use this hand, okay, you open, okay, right? Then you can use it. And this is not just opening, you actually step, okay? You can step to the side, you can step right to the side while using this hand, you can step to the side and forward, like diagonal, right? And punch, okay? You can even go retreating and punch with the left. Just like with the lead hand, okay? You can step forward, okay? You can step sideways with the lead hand, okay? You can also here retreat with the lead hand. Same as with the left, okay? So you can go here and you can go there and you can go also retreating. You can go also to the left, you can evade and come back with the left hand. So this is how you would use the rear hand, and this applies exactly the same also to the rear hook. So you have you have the front hook, you have the front hook stepping in, you have the front hook shuffling back, or you have the front hook leaning back. You can also use the front hook moving to the right, and also use the front hook moving to the left, and you use everything with your footwork. There's no something like this. You can see very often people train and punch like here. They stand in front of a speedball, punching ball or boxing bag. They don't move, they just stand there and they punch, and there's no footwork. When you step in, if you use the lead, you step in, the weight goes into the punch, you shorten the distance, you can attack your opponent from further away. And if he didn't learn that, he's not used to punch like this. He relies on the shortened distance. In order for him to punch you, he has to step in and then punch. And you can step and punch. So if I'm here and the guy is further away from me and he cannot reach me, the distance for him is too far. As soon as he shortens the distance, because he wants to shorten the distance in order then to punch, and he shortens the distance and I step in and you can counter him. This is also how intercepting in Jeet Kune Do really works well, because you have actually a superior footwork to your opponent. The worst thing in the modern fighting is this flashing pass forwards, right? So they stand like this, they punch here, and they just move hands, and the pads are actually hitting the fist. The fist should actually go to the pad, and not just the fist, the whole body. Then you should also learn how to recover. You don't just go like here, you punch and then you stay forward. After the punch, depends how you hit him. Did you hit him? Where did he go? Okay, you can move, you can go here, punch and then go offside. You can even punch here and retreat, and you can punch and go to the right at the same time. Using footwork with any type of punch, very important. And also here, when you use the rear, you open, you punch, and then after that you close immediately, right? So imagine you go like here, you punch here, then you close, okay? So you punch here, you move off, you close. You punch here, the guy moves there, you can kick after him, okay? You punch here, the guy moves there, you can go after him with a back fist. So, but in order to use this hand, you have to open. The structure of the Jeet Kune Do is the way it is. Probably more than 80% of the time, you are going to use your lead hand because it's simple, closer to the target. You shouldn't force using the left. You use the left if the distance is right and this hand is, for example, jammed up, right? So that's for today's lesson, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.